Hey folks, welcome to the channel. Today we're going to go over the weekly expenses, and this will be in the Budget by Paycheck Workbook. So let's just grab our glasses and get right to it. All right, it's been kind of your typical week. I haven't had anything unexpected come up. So we're looking at this week here. This is today. And here is the breakdown. I've had my normal fixed expenses come out. I expect two more by the end of the month. Speaking of the end of the month, I will have to work on my April setup very soon, and I'll probably record that maybe tomorrow, um, just so that we can get a look ahead to what's coming up. I'm pretty sure that this gas bill is going to hit in the next paycheck, and honestly, if it comes out on the 31st, which is the day I get paid, I'm probably just going to apply it to the next paycheck. I'm not going to put it with this paycheck because I do want to contribute to the debt amount that I have. I did have a entertainment expense, and I also had some other expenses that I incurred while my daughter was out of town and I was taking care of my grandkids. She is absolutely going to reimburse me for those expenses that I made, and it'll probably be, I don't know, 215 to 230 or something like that. And I can expect that probably next week. I would expect by the end of the month. She's pretty good about reimbursing me for things that I buy for the boys. Um, as I mentioned, I do want to make sure that I have enough money left over at the end of this pay cycle to put down into the debt, which I will showcase here in just a moment. I forgot to do it in the last video because I did receive the bill and I just wanted to show what the balance was and how I'm progressing through that. I do have gifting that I plan to do sometime either, pardon me, allergies are just crazy right now. Everything is in bloom. It's rough. I have gifting that I anticipate that I will be spending here either at the end of this month or the beginning of next month. I did talk to Rachel. She's absolutely wanting to get some shoes, so we'll work on that next month. We'll probably go shopping together. And again, I know what my son Matt wants, but we haven't really talked about where I'm going to get that from him. So we just know it's coming. If I don't make these purchases this month, I'll be sure to put some money into the seeking funds so that next month I'm not having to purchase both gifts from one paycheck. I don't have anything new to report on the sinking funds, but again, as I mentioned, I will add additional funds for gifting if needed. Okay, so as far as what I have purchased in the last week, again, some things I had to do for the boys, but I'll get it reimbursed. I went to the grocery store, had a couple bills come in. I did get some food at the Civic Center when I went last night, and I finally got over to the rec center to start up my gym membership, and this was for a partial month. Going forward, it will be, I think, $43 a month, and I don't have any choice. It has to come out on the 1st, which is really unfortunate. I've got too many things at the first of the month. I can still handle it, but I really won't have any extra money at the beginning of the month because of this and my car insurance, which is starting up next month at the first part of the month. And I changed my car insurance from every 6 months to monthly, number one, so I could budget it a little bit better. And also because I wasn't getting any discount for paying 6 months at a time. You know, they've got my money, they're holding it. You know, you would think that you could get like a little discount if you pay for it. But no, Geico has no interest in doing that for me. So I just figured I'm not going to give them the whole uh, premium amount or policy amount or whatever it's called if I'm not going to get a discount. I did have a couple of charges. The bank fees, of course, came out. And, it's interesting because I know that I had that agreement with the bank to pay my money off through June. But I think what happened is I put so much money on it, they have put it towards that particular debt. And they did say if you pay off your debt early, we won't keep making you pay that monthly service fee if you pay it off early. So what happened was now the full amount is subject to the interest charge. So this was more than I was hoping for. But you know what? I mean, it is what it is. If I have a balance, I have to expect I'm going to pay some bank fees on that. And then, we just got a movie the other day, and again, Rachel will reimburse me for things like that. Um, the other thing I wanted to share was this here. This was my bank statement for my U.S. Bank charge card, and this was the balance as of the time I received the statements. I have put $500 on, and I'm hoping to put at least $400 by the end of the month, but it may be a little bit less or it may be a little bit more. It'll just depend on how things play out here at the end of the month. So still making progress, just not as great as I did like when I got my tax return, when Rachel gave me money for the house, things like that came in that I've not received in March. All right. The only other thing is, of course, I track my food expenses, um, and I like to separate whether or not it was, excuse me, a grocery store trip or a dining establishment. And so I just break them up whenever I make a purchase. And then at the end of the month, I just, kind of analyze whether or not I'm spending a lot of money going to eat out or whether I'm spending a normal amount, things like that. Um, this right here is the very last game of the season. We have clinched the playoffs, so there will be playoff games in April. I just don't know when they are because they haven't scheduled them. So really excited about that. They did win the playoffs a couple years ago, but um, you know, I don't think they're playoff winnable this year. But hey, if they do, that would be awesome. Um, so anyway, so that's that. I don't think I have anything else to add. Again, it's, pretty quiet week, nothing really unexpected other than those few things that I had to pick up for the boys while Rachel was in South Africa. So that does it for my weekly check-in. If you've made it this far, if you would not mind, for the sake of engagement, putting a dollar sign in the comments or maybe clicking like. Of course, subscribing is always good as well. I will be posting next, probably tomorrow, or if not tomorrow, then certainly by Monday, the setup for April. All right, talk to you then.